Hello everyone, this hour on Verbling, the next in my speaking skills series. Today we're going to be talking all about, what are we talking about today? Oh, everyday problems, that's right. All those little words that you have difficulty finding when something happens. Not a big thing, a little thing. When you need that particular word, like scrapes, scratches, bruises, and more. So as you're coming in, I'm going to give a little introduction. Don't forget, when the green join button turns on, you can click it and come into class. While we're doing that, a few words about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. And one more thing, you can follow me and see all my upcoming classes at the link that you see right now in the public chat window. And what else do I want to say? If you want to have a trial lesson, if you want to have a much more personalized experience, if you want me to custom tailor a lesson to you, click on that link and sign up for a trial. These classes are great for general practice and fun, but if you have a serious goal, and there's nothing like a custom tailored lesson suited to your particular needs, and we can, whatever your problem is, we can help you to solve it. Well, me. I'm talking about myself in this case. Well, look, let's get started. There's some of you still out there. So what I'm going to do is share our presentation with you and say hello to you as you come in. So this is what you're going to see on screen. And if you don't have it open, here is the link in the internal chat, and I'll give you the link out there too. All right. So, here we go. Let's say hello to some old faces and some new faces. So welcome back, Mr. Cornell. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Very good. Nice to see you this morning.
By the way, what's the weather in Lisbon?
I don't know. I haven't opened the window yet.
It is a good answer.
I think there might be sun, but I don't know. I have the shutters down.
Okay.
Would you like me to check? Why? What should I know? How is the weather there?
It's horrible. It is raining at the moment, but it is spring, but there is no any sunshine. And Easter is coming, so I am waiting for the better and better weather in Hungary.
It'll be there. Don't worry. I think I see some sun outside. I think I do. I don't know, because I spent my life in this little box, so I never know what's happening outside. That's my problem. What about you, Ksenia? What's the weather like out there?
In my town?
Yeah.
It's sunny, but with cold, strong wind.
So it's cold? It's
I
sunny.
think so.
Yeah.
Yes, sunny and cold.
And what is cold? Here, cold is like, 30 degrees. What's it cold there? What's cold like there?
It's a spring, so it's cold for spring. It's about 0.
0. See, that's not cold here. That's freezing here. We have different scales. Cold here is you wear a little sweater. That's cold. Sunny Portugal. Let's say hello to a few new faces as well. So we have Mr. Paul Ivanov. Hello, Paul. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. And where are you from, Paul?
I'm from Russia, and in my picture on Avatar, you can see the Russian flag behind me.
I do indeed.
Okay, yeah. And I did this picture on purpose, so you all, students and teachers, can see that I'm from Russia. Yeah.
And now we know. Plus, we can click on your name and see that you're from Russia. You know that?
Yeah.
You can click on people's names. Excellent. Nice to have you. And we had Vladimir, but he looks like he is having some connection problems. Well, I'll tell you what, there's going to be some more people, but let's get started and people will join us as we go along. All right? So let me put the presentation on screen. Ah, there's Vladimir. Hello, Vladimir. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Vladimir, are you there? So Vladimir, if you're having trouble, just a little message in the chat window, and if I can help, I'll be happy to help. Okay? Well, I hear you typing. I can hear you typing, but I don't hear your voice, Vladimir. There we go. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
Excellent, very good. And Vladimir, where are you from?
I'm from Sochi, Russia.
From Sochi, home of the Olympics.
Yeah, it was great. Here.
We're having a little trouble hearing you, Vladimir. Say again?
Have you been here at the Olympic Games?
No. I wasn't there. I just saw lots of pictures. Sochi is a very beautiful place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
Lots of nature.
See,
I just know from my students in Sochi that that during the Olympics there were lots of pictures of Putin in the hotels, and people were, maybe that wasn't my students, maybe it was in the news, that there was pictures of him in all the hotel rooms, which the athletes thought was unusual. But my students from Sochi, I've seen pictures, and it's very, very beautiful there.
yeah.
I've seen. So great to have you. Let's see. We've got Sasha and Jose joining us as well. First, let's say hello to Sasha. How are you, Sasha?
Hello, fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm excellent. Sasha, I recognize your face, your picture, but I don't remember if you've been in my class. I recognize your hat. Where are you from, Sasha?
I'm from Russia.
From Russia as well. Have I had you before? You look familiar.
Yes, maybe 1 or 2 times.
Ah, okay.
Time ago, I think.
All right. Well, great to have you back, and welcome back to Mr. Jose Sargento. How are you?
Fine, thanks for asking. I'm doing well.
Excellent.
And you?
All right. Could be better. That's a safe answer. Couldn't be better. Let's take a look at a presentation. How to talk about everyday problems. So, we're looking for all those little words that you have difficulty finding. Those everyday things that are normally not taught. Now, we're going to be trying to generate vocabulary together by looking at different situations, trying to find the right word, and I've got some vocabulary for you as well. So between the two of us, we should have I would hope, 20, 30 new vocabulary words, I would hope, around that by the end of class. Let's see. We're going to try to do this in 4 parts. We're going to learn in the beginning. We're going to practice in the second part. We're going to apply what we learn. You're going to have us speaking in the last third of class, and at the very end, we'll do a little reflection to see how much you can remember. So, let's get started. Imagine for a minute that there's something wrong. Whoops. This doesn't have the picture that it's supposed to have, but that's all right. I'm sorry. My caption is wrong. Ignore the caption. Imagine for a minute that there's something wrong in your house. Oh, no, it's right. I just created this last night, so I'm still confused. I was up late. All right, there's something wrong in your house. I want you to see if you can construct a sentence to tell someone, maybe a repairman, what's wrong. So what can go wrong with your shower? What can go wrong with the light, with the TV, with the phone? All right? Pick one, you construct a sentence, and I'm going to give you some suggestions for other language you might want to use. So Cornell, what would you say first about the shower? How can we express that?
For example, the shower is out of order.
is out of order. I'm going to put all of your answers here in the chat box, out of order. And at the end, we'll correct these and I'll put these in the public chat for you people watching. Okay? So we have got out of order. Okay. What about the television, Ksenia? Is the television out of order?
I can't find any interesting shows.
Ah, so there's nothing wrong with your TV. There's something wrong with the channel.
Yes.
But what if you're watching it and suddenly, boom, it goes black?
Broke out.
So we've got broke out, TV.
No?
We'll find out in a minute. Let's get some ideas. Because even if it's not the right word, I bet you that it fits with something else. Okay? So we're going to take everything we use and connect it to something new so that you get double the vocabulary. Mr. Paul, what if the lights go out in your house?
Okay, my lamp doesn't work properly. The light is blinking constantly.
Excellent. So lights can be blinking, or generally doesn't work. And what else did I want to say? I had another one too. And if you say doesn't work, you could say not working right or properly. Okay? Very good. Lights are blinking on and off. Sasha, you're talking on the phone, boom, it goes out. There's no sound. How do you explain that when you try to get it repaired? What can you say?
The sound cut off or maybe cut out. I don't know.
Okay. And Vladimir, what if it's a public phone? So not your mobile, but you're on the street. You put in the money and nothing happens. What if it's a public phone? How can we express that there's something wrong?
This public phone has all my.
Say again? It's a little hard to hear you. One more time, Vladimir.
This public phone stole my money.
Stole my money.
So this-
Exactly. That's one way to put it. Stole my money. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Do we all agree the shower is out of order? Do we all agree? I think I heard a yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I know you agree, Cornell. It was your idea. I know you agree with yourself.
I know.
What else can we say besides it's out of order?
Maybe the shower can't hold the water and it's leaking.
Ah, okay. Excellent. So, for shower, it's leaking. Sorry, trying to write and speak at the same time. Shower, let's put it like this. First, I'll put shower in the vocab window. We'll say out of order. We'll say leaking. Rather than it can't hold water, we'll say leaking is much more clear. So it's out of order. It could be leaking. What else?
Drips is possible. Drips. The shower drips.
Not the shower, but the shower head can drip. So the shower head is where the water comes out.
Yes.
So let's say, whoops. I'm trying to write this as I speak to you. Shower head is where the water comes out. Is
The
dripping?
shower had dripping.
Is dripping.
It's dripping. The shower is dripping. Okay.
Okay, good. And more generally, you could say, oh, the shower's not working. It's not working. Just that. It's not working.
Yeah. Actually, for example, there is no enough warm water.
Okay. Yeah, there's not enough warm water. Do we see that in another way? We ran out, maybe. Yeah, not enough. Okay. We ran out, or
Ran
There,
out of
yeah, we
warm
ran
water.
exactly. Ran out of. Well, we're gonna say hot water, warm water, because when you're in the shower, hot is better than warm, I guess, especially in the winter. So we ran out of hot water, or there's not enough. But ran out sounds a little bit better. Okay, excellent. For the TV, do we all agree that the TV broke out? Do we agree or do we disagree?
I agree.
I know you agree
Hmm.
because it's your idea. The TV, how about this? First we could say there's something wrong with it, with the TV. So in general, you could just say there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with the TV. It won't work. For all of these, we could say it's not working.
There is no appropriate sign for broadcast.
What is the sign for broadcast? I don't know what that is. What is the sign? You mean
Sign.
like
Sign connection.
it's all static. The TV, if I'm not talking about cable. You know, kids, a long time ago, we used to get TV through the airwaves. Maybe your kids are too young to know that. So, when there was no television signals to pick up, you would see white, fuzzy things. Static.
Yeah.
Okay? So for TV, we could say there's something wrong with the TV. It won't work. It's all static. Or it broke. Not it broke down, just it broke. Not it's broke, I should say it broke. Ignore the it's, that's a typo. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we've got the TV broke, the shower's out of order, we've got the light's blinking, doesn't work, isn't working properly, all that's good. What if it's not the light? What if it's the bulb? What if it's the bulb, not the light itself? You know what the bulb is?
Yes.
What's a bulb?
It's a sink with a light.
The bulb is a thing. That's good.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can see. This is the bulb here, inside.
Inside. Hmm.
This is the light, and because it's on the floor, we can say it's a lamp. If it's on the desk, it's a lamp. But the whole thing is a light, and inside is the bulb. Okay? And excellent, Vladimir, that's right. You could say the bulb burned out. That's right, the bulb burned out. Very good. Let's say a quick hello to Luigi, who's joining us right now. Hello, Luigi. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm fine. Thank you.
Nice to have you here. So, Luigi, we're just beginning our class all about everyday problems. And we looked at 4 problems that could happen in your house. And we're just brainstorming together how we express these problems. And all of the vocabulary you'll get, if you missed it, you'll get it at the end. I'm going to print it all out, put it all in the public chat for you, okay? So right now we're looking at light. The light bulb burned out. Let's go to the phone, and we had some good expressions already. We can have a few more. So we said before, the phone, the sound cut out. And if it's a public phone, it might eat your money. It might take your coin. Okay? But we could also say, especially about the public phone, you could say the public phone is out of order because it's something that doesn't involve us. It involves a company or a system. So when it's someone else's responsibility, when we're paying for a service, then it's out of order. Someone else has to put it in order for us. Can our shower be out of order? It can be. It's okay. But it's more for public utilities. The phone, the electric, the gas. So the public phone is out of order. What about our mobile phone? Is there anything else we could say? Earlier we said the mobile phone, the sound cut off. Well, not cut off, but the sound cut not off, but what preposition do you think we can use if we don't say the sound cut off? Anyone? Make a guess? In, out, up, down, over, through?
Probably cut out.
Okay, that is correct. Good guess. The sound is cutting out. That means it's starting and stopping. Okay?
We also can say that the phone doesn't pick up the signal.
Not pick up, though. We just say there's no signal.
There's no signal, yeah.
Yeah, there's no signal, or I'm not getting any signal. Okay? You don't have to say pick up. You don't have to be so precise with the verbs. When it's everyday things, we use get, put, do, those kind of verbs. Simple ones. So, for the phone, a public phone can be out of order. Your mobile, the sound can be cutting out. When it sounds like this, you can't really hear everything. There's no signal, as Paul said. Or I'm not getting any signal. What else?
The line is engaged, is possible?
The line's busy.
Busy? Okay.
Not engaged, but busy.
Busy.
Sasha, good suggestion. You're fading, right? When you can't hear someone. You're fading, or you're fading out. It means that the volume is going down, or you can't hear them well. You're fading out. Okay, that could be the signal as well. Okay, we've got a good start here. Let's keep those in mind, and keep in mind simple verbs too. Okay, take a look here. We've got some more vocabulary to learn. Let's meet Paul. He's the guy with the Russian flag. See him, everyone? Paul? Paul?
Yeah.
Paul, this is your story.
Okay.
Yesterday, Paul had some problems. I've given you a few suggestions in the center, and you've got to tell me, looking at those pictures, what happened to Paul in the morning. Okay? So let's go. I think we're going to go counterclockwise. So from the top left to the bottom left to the top right to the bottom right. Paul, what happened to you in the top left?
Okay, so I woke up in the morning yesterday and I wanted to have a coffee. And I did a cup of coffee, but I just touched it and it fell to the floor and broke. And also the coffee stained my trousers. It was really hot and it was terrible. Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. And it stained my trousers, or in American English, my pants.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Take a look, everyone. Just a quick question, class. Do we do a cup of coffee?
Probably. I should have said I made a cup of coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So I made a cup of coffee, or I made some coffee. Because it depends on how you make it. If it's an espresso, it's one little cup. But if it's an American style, we make a big pot. So I made some coffee. Covers you either way. Excellent. So what do we have? What were the verbs? We had, on the top left, Mr. Jose. On the top left, what's the verb we're going to connect to that picture?
On the top left, drop.
Okay, so I dropped the coffee. Okay,
Drop.
excellent. And Mr. Luigi, what about the bottom left? What verb are we going to connect with that picture?
Maybe ruined.
Maybe ruined. For the bottom left or the bottom right?
Yes, no, sorry. Bottom right is ruined.
Right,
Bottom left.
ruined. If it's ruined, can he wear that shirt again, Luigi?
No, I can't wear it because the coffee uh, ruined my t-shirt.
It ruined your t-shirt too? You and Paul both ruined your shirts? No, no, just Paul. Paul had a bad day. Okay, so he ruined it. It's no good. You can't use it again. Okay. Ksenia, what about the bottom left? What verb are we going to connect with that picture?
Spilled.
Spilled. Okay. Let's try to make a sentence for each one. So Ksenia, what's your sentence for that picture?
Paul spilled his coffee on his pants.
Right. Or even better, he spilled his coffee all over himself. Like this, all over himself. Paul, you've got a drinking problem. You keep spilling your coffee all over yourself.
Yeah, I really should be more careful while drinking hot coffee.
You've got a drinking problem, Paul. You've got to take care of it. Mr. Sasha, what verb are we going to connect to the top right side? What verb are we going to connect with that picture? What do you think?
Ruined.
So say it in a sentence. Top right. Top right. Say it in a complete sentence.
The cup was ruined.
The cup was ruined. Is there another verb we could use, Vladimir, besides ruined? Ruined is okay.
Broken.
Yeah, it's broken. And that's how Americans drink their coffee, people from my country. Do we call that a cup? Or do we call it something else? Class, all of you.
Maybe you call it a mug?
It's a mug. A mug is a little bit bigger than a cup. So, the coffee mug was ruined, but ruined doesn't mean that it's broken necessarily. You can still say it. Ruined means you can't use it again. But it definitely broke. Okay? And Vladimir, we skipped you. So Vladimir, what else could we say for the bottom right side? The shirt is ruined, but it's also what?
It's also stained.
It's also stained. Okay. So, if we take a look at Paul's original idea, I woke up, did a cup of coffee, it fell to the floor and broke. Oh, another way to say broke, class. A more descriptive word. A word that makes you really see, feel, and hear that action. Broke, or what else could we say? Other
Smashed.
synonyms.
Smashed.
Smashed. Right. The cup smashed on the floor, and it's made of ceramic, and ceramic breaks into pieces, just like glass. So what does glass do? Not smatters, but begins with NSH. Glass.
Shatters, yeah?
Glass shatters. Okay? So the mug dropped and smashed on the floor, or the mug shattered into pieces. Very good. Excellent. It can't be crashed, because crash means that two things hit each other. Normally, two things hit each other. Or one big thing hits something else.
Car accident, for example.
Like with a car, right? The car crashed into another car. Can the car crash into something else? It can, but you wouldn't, if a car fell off a bridge and hit the ground, you wouldn't say it crashed. So crashing has to do with hitting something that's on the same level as you, head on, is like a crash. Here, it's dropping from a distance. So it breaks, it smashes, it shatters. Okay, Paul's day isn't over yet. Paul had a really bad afternoon. Now Paul went home. I want you to match the verbs to the nouns that Paul had some problems with. So let's match them up first. Okay? Cornell, run out. What do you think? We're going to try to reconstruct his terrible afternoon. What does run out connect with? What do you think?
Paul is run out of his money.
Run out of his money. You can definitely run out of money. That's for sure. You run out of.
That's why he is not able to participate in the trip, for example.
Okay. Could be. So I wonder if I have.
And Paul left his bag. His bag.
Okay, hang on just a second here, because I'm looking at my PDF is a little different than the presentation. Give me just a second here. Okay, fine, I see. So I wouldn't connect run out because of his. It's just because of that. Money is never ours. Money is just money. Okay? What was the second thing you said, Cornell?
Sorry?
The second connection you made? Something about bag?
Yeah, bag. He left his bag.
He left his bag. Okay, that could work, definitely. So, left his bag. That could work. Let's put that in the chat window. Okay?
The bus was...
Wait, we're going to go around. Luigi, what about run out? Let's go back to run out. It can't be run out his money, because money isn't ever anyone's in particular. It's just money. So you can either connect his money with a different verb or run out with a different noun.
Yes, maybe I try to... He ran out of batteries.
Excellent.
Of his cell phone, and he lost his money.
Okay, one verb at a time, though.
Okay, thank you.
Go, Luigi, go back to run out. I want you to put it in the right tense. We're talking about Paul's afternoon yesterday. He had a terrible afternoon.
Yes.
So say that as a sentence using the right tense. We're talking about yesterday afternoon. Paul did what?
Paul was trying to call the police, but he ran out of batteries of his cell phone.
Excellent, very good. By the way, is that your bird that I hear? Are you out in the field? I hear birds.
Yes, the morning birds are singing.
Oh my God!
Near me, but I don't have birds.
Oh my goodness! Where are you in the world?
I'm in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Oh, you're in Rio. Oh, so it's early morning.
Yes, it's early morning.
Ah, right. For some reason, I thought you were in Italy. Because of the name Luigi, I thought you were
the name Luigi. Yes.
Got it. All right. Well, and what kind of birds are they? Are these Rio birds?
Rio birds. I don't know where they are, but
not Rio birds. Rio birds. Aves de Rio. Excellent. Nice birds. Thank you for bringing them. Thank you. I've got a cat. I'll show you my cat later. Take a look here. He ran out of battery. If you're going to say it's his mobile phone, Luigi, we have to make battery singular, not plural. He ran out of battery because mobile phones usually have one battery. That's just like so. That's our expression. Okay, but it works. It's good. It's excellent. Mr. Jose, what about lose? What can you connect it with?
What word, John?
What about the verb to lose?
To lose?
Uh-huh.
Lose.
Yep.
Lose his bag.
Okay. Oh, we said earlier he left his bag, but we could also say yesterday he did what?
Yesterday he loses. No,
Try again.
Yesterday he lose his bag.
Try again. It's irregular. Today I lose. Yesterday I.
Yes. Yesterday I lost his bag.
Yesterday he lost his bag.
He lost his bag. Okay.
Okay.
Yesterday, Paul lost his bag.
Okay, that's it. Very good. Mr. Paul, we're talking about you and your bad day. And earlier I said to run out of his money sounds strange. But what about lose? Could I say he Paul, lost his money?
Yes, we can say this.
It does. It sounds okay. He lost his money. Because it, you know what? I don't know why, but it works. For some reason, with some verbs, it doesn't sound good. But with lose, it does. Paul, what about trip?
Okay,
Paul
Paul was walking down the street, and there was a dog on a leash, and Paul tripped over that leash and fell to the ground.
Excellent. He tripped over the leash and he fell to the ground. So let's put that in the chat window. Tripped over the leash. Okay, and we got one more, Mr. Sasha. We used leave one time because we said he left his bag. Could we use leave in another way?
He left the bus.
He left. Okay, I like it. But he could also leave something on the bus. What do you think he left on the bus?
Left his bag on the bus.
Leave or left?
Oh, sorry, left.
Yesterday, he left his bag on the bus. Okay, so those are some answers in the chat window. I want you to listen. I think I have a text here for you. Yeah. Listen to Paul's afternoon, okay? After Paul went out, things got worse. He left home, there's a left. He left home with a 10-pound note in his pocket. Oh, Paul, you're apparently British. He left home with a 10-pound note in his pocket and walked to the bus stop. Unfortunately, he was a bit late, and the bus was a bit early. So, what did he do, class? He
Missed
the bus. That's right, he missed the bus. While he waited for the next one, he got out his Walkman. Oh, this book is so old. No one knows what a Walkman. Kids, many centuries ago, we used to have a thing called a Walkman. Do you know what that is?
It's a kind of a music player, yeah?
It is. Way back last century, we used to put these things called cassettes into a Walkman. And we used to listen to something called music. Nowadays, it all gets beamed directly into your head. I know, because now we all have... The cyborgs are taking over, class. Now we have MP3 players. Back then we had a Walkman. So, in my text I have, while he waited for the next one, he got on his Walkman, or maybe today it's his iPad or whatever. But the batteries had done what? He couldn't hear music because the batteries had done what, class?
The batteries ran out of juice.
The batteries, good, had run out of juice. Juice here means electricity. I know Walkmen are old devices, but they did not run on fruit juice. So
orange juice.
Not orange juice either. I know things were different last century. It's electricity. Okay, very good. The batteries had run out. When the bus arrived, he got on. He put his hand in his pocket. Guess what? No 10-pound note. Ksenia, what had happened? He
had lost his money.
He had lost his money. Perfect. The driver told him, get off. He didn't want to be late for school because Paul is a very studious boy. So he started to run. Moments later, he saw a dog, but not its leash. And what did he do, Sasha? When he saw the dog, but he didn't see the leash, he
tripped over the leash.
He tripped over the leash. But fortunately, he got to his feet. He carried on to school, and then he realized that he was missing something very important. What happened to him in the end? Go for it. He? I heard someone.
He missed the bus.
He didn't miss the bus. He had no money.
Okay.
But he got off the bus. He got to school, and he realized he was missing something.
Yeah,
What do you
he
think?
missed his bag with all the books. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to his bag?
Okay, he left it at home.
He left it on the bus.
Oh, on the bus. Yeah.
The driver told him to get off, but he left his bus there, right? So we don't say he forgot his bag on the bus in English. We would say he left it, because also to imply that he was kind of in a hurry and he was, stressed out. Okay? If you say forget, you'd say I forgot my bag. It doesn't matter where it is. I forgot my bag. But because it's on a specific place, we say left it on the bus. So forget in general, left specifically. All right. Now that you got some vocabulary, I want you to put these verbs in the past tense and the past participle form, because when we talk about the past, I said, oh, what did he do with the bus? He had, and you said, do we have that word here? No. I'll say it as an example. He had missed the bus. So talking about the past, we need that past participle form. Vladimir, the first one is burn. To burn. What's the past?
Burned.
Burned. And what's the past participle? Had.
Had burned.
Had. Spell the ending. I can't hear. Say again.
Had burned.
Had burned or burnt. Had burnt. It had burned in the fire. It had burnt in the fire. Both are actually possible. What about, Sasha, what about break?
John-Eric, sorry for interrupting. I have a question. Burned or burnt? Or both are okay? Because I learned burnt, not burned.
Well, look, both are okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the short answer. Both are okay.
Okay, thanks so much.
The long answer is that burnt. See, the problem here is that in American English and in British English, we have a slight difference. In British English, some words get a T. In American English, you can always choose. So, but in American English, if we use the verb as an adjective, it is burnt, right? We would say it with a T. So, that's the longer explanation. If you're going to use it to describe, you'd use the T. What's wrong with this coffee? It tastes burnt. At least that's how I would say it. Okay, so if it's an adjective with a T, in American English, ED or T are generally acceptable. In British English, they tend to use the T, not the ED form. So you're not going to remember that, so just forget it. Burned or burnt. Luigi, what about drop? What's the past? So Luigi, what about drop?
Okay, dropped, had, dropped.
Okay, but the pronunciation is not drop it, it's dropped.
Drop it.
Excellent. So, is it regular or irregular?
Regular.
It's a regular verb, so it just gets ed. Dropped. Okay, Jose, what about spill?
Spilled.
So, in American English, it's spilled. In British English,
Spilled with ed.
with ed in American English, but in British English, I'm pretty sure it's got a
With
T.
no. Spilled.
Pretty sure. You know what? I'll double check before I tell you something wrong. I'm pretty sure in British English, it's with a T. Spilt.
Spilled.
In UK English. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. But I would say spilled as well. Okay? So it's just like burned and burnt, same thing. All right?
Okay.
What about Ksenia, what about trip? Regular or irregular?
Regular. Tripped.
Regular.
Tripped.
Tripped, tripped. Pronunciation tripped, spelling ed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Cornell, what about lose?
Lose is regular. Lose, lost, lost.
It's regular or irregular?
Regular.
It's irregular.
Irregular. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it
Sorry.
was.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I mixed it.
That's right. Okay? And Paul, what about leave?
Okay, it's irregular, and past tense is left, and past participle is also had left.
Excellent. Leave, left, had left is correct. So, now let's try to take some of those. Do we have had forms here? Now that you've done that, we're not going to use it. We're going to use it later. These are just matching. Can you match these sentence beginnings on the left to their endings on the right? Okay, so I had, hold on a second, I had dropped the radio on the floor. What do you think, Vladimir? I had dropped the radio on the floor.
I dropped the radio on the floor, but now I can't get it to work.
I agree. Excellent. Sasha, number 2, keep going.
The batteries have run out. So I can't listen to my Walkman.
Yes, that's that ancient device when I was a kid, 100 years ago. Excellent, Sasha. And Paul, what about 3? I'm afraid?
Yeah, I'm afraid I left my money at home.
Which is E. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. That's right. Luigi? 4, I spilt?
4. I spilled the drink and I made a mess on the carpet.
Oh, you should really clean that up, Luigi. You should really clean that up. By the way, how do we say that in American English, Luigi?
I spilled. I spilled. I spilled.
Spilled. Right.
I spilled the drink. Okay.
Right. So here you can see the British English version, spilt. The American, I spilled, ed. I spilled the drink. Very good. Ksenia, what about I missed the bus?
I missed the bus and had to wait ages for another.
Excellent. Excellent. Cornell, I burned or I burnt? Number 6.
I burnt or burned myself when I lit that cigarette.
You've really got to stop smoking, Cornell. But your answer is correct. It's the only one that fits. And last one, Mr. Jose. I forgot?
I forgot to bring my money.
I forgot to bring my money. Oh my goodness. So they all match up, and you can see the British English past participles on this page. Spilt and burned instead of spilled and burned. Okay? Very good job, everyone. Now, we're back to Paul again for a minute. Wow. There's something really wrong with Paul. The guy has the worst luck. This is what happened when Paul had a party later that night. I want you to just describe the damage that you see. Paul, what happened to your glasses? What do you think?
Yeah, I was a bit drunk, and when I was walking down the stairs, I tripped and fell down the stairs, and my glass broke down.
Broke down?
My glasses broke.
Broke. Good, not broke down. My glasses broke. Ah, okay. See, I thought you got drunk and somebody's boyfriend of the girl that you were talking to punched you in the glasses and smashed them in your face. That's what I thought happened, but now I understand. You just fell down. But you're okay now, right?
Oh, yes, I'm okay.
That's the important thing. Excellent. Ksenia, what about number 2? What do you think happened there? After the
Paul spilled his beverage on his pants, and his pants was ruined by Paul.
Right. He spilled his beverage and his pants were ruined. His pants were ruined. You don't need to say by Paul. Just
Were.
his pants were ruined. Okay. And Cornell, what's another way to say that? If we don't want to say ruined, we could say his pants were what? That mark. What's that mark called?
Stained.
His pants were stained. That's right. He stained his pants with whatever. Number 3 is a little difficult to see, maybe. Number 3 is because we know that Paul is a smoker. He was smoking earlier. So, what do you think? Luigi, what happened in number 3? It's a little hard to see, but I'll give you a hint. He was smoking and drinking, and the result was...
Yes. When he lit the cigarette, it ruined his T-shirt.
It did. And now he's going to get a new one. You've had the worst day, Paul. You've had the worst day imaginable.
What's the other word that I could use instead of ruined?
Well, let's ask the class.
Burnt. Maybe burnt.
Yeah. Burnt. Can you see that shape?
Yes.
It burnt. So what kind of shape is it? It burnt what into his jacket?
I think he burned a hole.
Excellent.
Yeah.
He burnt a hole into his, I guess that's his shirt. He burnt a hole into his shirt. That's it. Hang on a second, let me turn the page. Okay. Now over to you. I want you to talk about your life for a minute. Now we're going to get to a little bit of speaking. So I want you, it says write logical answers. No, just speak. Tell me some logical answers for each of these questions using some of the vocabulary that you just worked on the previous page. So on the previous page we had, what do we have? We had break your glasses, stain trousers, ruin your pants, burn a hole, and more. Okay? So Vladimir. Hey, Vladimir, how did you break that glass?
I was running from
Paul.
from Paul, yes, and I tripped.
I tripped and I did what? I tripped and I did what to the glass? I don't
know this word.
Any word you want. I was running from Paul because he was drunk and crazy and he was burning holes in his shirt. I was afraid of him. I was running and I had the glass in my hand and I tripped and I did what?
And I broke it.
I broke it. Or I smashed it.
Smashed it when I was falling on the floor.
Right. Or I shattered it. Or I dropped it. So there's no right answer to whatever you want to say, but all of this would work. Okay? Excellent. And Mr. Sasha. Hey, Mr. Sasha, why can't we watch TV? You've got to express that it doesn't.
The TV won't work. The image froze and it's flicker sometimes.
It's flickering.
Flickering sometimes.
Excellent. Okay, very good. And you could say, instead of saying it won't work, let's say it doesn't work. Because it's not about the future, it's about now. So why can't we watch TV? One more time. Why can't we watch TV, Sasha?
Because it doesn't work. It is flickering.
It's flickering. Yeah.
I have a question about won't. I saw in grammar book. It also means that it's like increasing meaning, that something. For instance, I asked my friend to go with me, but he won't do it. So it's like a very hard way to say.
Well, let's put it this way. When you say will has two meanings, right? One will is the future.
Yeah.
That means it's likely or not likely to happen. Now, there's another meaning, which is the real meaning of will, which is that you want or you have the desire to do something. It's not as common because it's an old meaning of will. I don't have the will to do it. I don't have the energy or the desire. So it still has that meaning a little bit. So if you say my friend won't do it, it sounds more like we're talking about your friend doesn't want to. So it still has that meaning a little bit. Does that help? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah? So it's that meaning is there, but it's not. It's there, but it's not the maybe the main meaning that we use today. But it's still there. You can still say it that way. Okay. Good question, by the way. If you have any questions at any point, just ask, and you can also send me a message in the chat window, even after class, if there's something you want me to clear up. Let's see if we can just get through these. We're going to have to stop in a moment and see if we can just finish this page. So, Mr. Paul, how did you cut your knee like that? Oh my
Okay,
God.
yeah. I was jogging yesterday, and I ran, and I tripped over the puddle, and I fell down to the ground, and there was a broken bottle, shattered
Jeez.
bottle. Yeah, and I cut my knee over the broken glass, so it was really painful.
Oh my goodness. And you tripped over what?
Puddle.
A puddle.
Puddle,
Oh,
yeah.
with water.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone trip over a puddle, but okay.
Okay. I'll explain. I kind of tried to jump over the puddle. Yeah, and it was a little bit slippery, and I tripped.
So you didn't trip, you slipped.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was wet. Oh,
Yeah.
so I was trying to avoid the puddles, and I jumped over one, so I slipped because the ground was wet.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Slipped. Trip is when your foot gets caught.
Okay, yeah.
Smacks against something.
Got
Okay.
it, thanks. Yeah.
Very good. And Mr. Luigi, oh my God, I'm cold. What's wrong with the heating? Number 4. Oh my goodness. What's wrong with the heating, Luigi? Look at number 4.
I think the heating is broken.
It's broken.
Central heating is broken.
That's true. It's broken. It's not working properly. We better call the management. Cornell, oh my God, what happened to the money I gave you, Cornell?
Unfortunately, I was a trip. I had a trip, and I lost the money on the bus.
You lost the money, or
Yeah.
you?
Could you please lend me again?
No.
What is the reason?
I don't know, Cornell. Can I trust you? Did you lose the money on the bus, or did you leave the money on the bus?
Yeah. Okay.
Which did you do?
Lost.
You lost. So that means you were on the bus and you couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you were off the bus and then you realized you didn't have the money, then you would say, I left the money on the bus.
Okay.
But if you were on the bus and then you couldn't find it, you would say, I lost it in the bus, because you were aware that you lost it. We got time for one last one. Mr. Jose. Oh my God, Jose, where's your homework? Oh my goodness.
I don't remember. Yesterday I was drunk. I think I left the homework on the bus.
Oh, you left it on the bus with Cornell's money. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good, everyone. Okay, we've got to stop. I've actually got another slide or two, but we don't quite have time to get to it all. But I'm going to be repeating these, and every time I repeat them, we're going to turn them into, other kinds of speaking activities. So we might repeat this and finish up here a little bit later. The next class we're going to do with the series is about money, actually. But when we come back to this one, I'll make sure we get to the speaking activity. We don't quite have time today, so sorry about that. But listen, coming up in exactly 1 minute, maybe even less, is the business class, where we're finishing up our new vocabulary for talking about project management. Okay, so stick around for that. And remember, you can follow me on Verblink to see all my upcoming classes by clicking on the link in the chat window. You can book a private session with me where I can customize the teaching to your personal needs, okay? Have a great day. Come back for the next class. I'll be back in 1 minute. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.